Hi there, beautiful beings. How are you today? How are you feeling? So today I thought I'd walk you through all the different changes in case you're like, what's going on? First, I decided I would be true to myself. For a really long time, when I was uploading the thumbnails, I would always ask my daughter what she thought. And she's very conservative with her colors. She likes very plain, minimal colors. But I love color. And so against her better judgment, if you like, I decided to go with the pink. I love pink, hot pink especially. And that's why the thumbnails look different now. And I'm also thinking to maybe change them as we go along, you know, make a whole batch blue and then a whole batch green. I'll see how I go. For now, I'm happy with the pink, but that's the first thing I changed that I thought I like it better. It expresses more who I am. I love colors. I love the rainbow. And I like bright, vibrant colors for some reason. The second thing, I've changed the intro and the outro to all the beautiful videos just to make them a little bit shorter. Trying to keep it within 10 seconds or less. It's just an introduction so that every time you see that, it's a familiar, oh yes, it's Hollie's channel. So let us know what you think of the new ones. They're very minimal, very simple. But as I said, it's just to shorten the length of, especially the intro, because the outro you can just walk away and not have to watch it at the end if you don't want to. But even if you do, it's just 10 seconds and there's a photo at the end. So yes, the music's similar. I tend to use the same software for the music, but I just thought it was nicer to make it shorter. I didn't want it to drag on too long. I was finding them too long. And so that's that about the videos. Now, getting back to our beautiful spirit guides and their gorgeous information for you in this week. So something that's new to my awareness this year that's come through is the information that if you don't believe in spirit guides, then they can't be real for you. If you can't imagine yourself with your spirit guides, if you can't see it here, having communication, having a conversation, all of that with your beautiful spirit guides, then it's not possible for you. The reason for this is that your soul has already mapped out what it is that it wants to do here. It already has the experience mapped out. And perhaps for you, spirit guides is not part of that experience in this lifetime. You might have had lifetimes before where you've, been able to see them. You've been able to chat to them directly and receive clear communication from them. This may just be one of those lifetimes where you are just here to have your human experience and that's it. You're just here to be in this 3D reality, in this simulation, have your humanness completely without, all of these other things that are possible for you. And for me, that was new. It's not in the course and it's a video that I'm going to have to create and add in. Perhaps at the end, if you're finding that you want to communicate with your spirit guides, but nothing is happening, you may need to look into your belief system. You may need to look at, do I really believe that it's possible, that they can exist? Is there a possibility for me that they exist? Because if they don't, if within you there's this strong belief that they don't exist, then they can't exist because they can't go against your soul's free will. And if they're not part of the plan for this beautiful lifetime, they can't show themselves to you. So, the other thing I just remembered, you may have noticed sometimes I have earphones in, earbuds, little white ones, the new ones that I've bought that are noise cancelling. Now for me, when I'm recording and I have to edit and listen to it again, I love hearing the birds because everywhere that I record, I'm surrounded by bush, here in Australia, next to 2 reserves in the 2 different spaces where I record. And there are so many birds that come through. And I just love all those sounds, or if it's raining, I love hearing the sound of rain as I'm recording. But sometimes where I am, there's just so much noise and it's so intrusive that I just put on these noise cancelling headphones that I've just bought for all of this. And so then I can record and not have to worry that, it's all of that noise is going to come through and interrupt, for those who are sensitive to outside noises coming in and making all this noise all the time. So, if you see me with the earphones in, that's the reason for that. It's just to keep it minimal, that all you have is my voice. And in future, I will probably be recording all the meditations with those beautiful headphones. So I may redo the gorgeous meditations. I'll go through and see the ones that I've already done and then just do them again from this new space with all this new awareness that's come through, I'm in a different energetic space yet again. So being more present, understanding, that we've been taught to put everything into the future, our joy, our peace, the love, everything is in the future, abundance, and every time we keep it there, loving ourselves, accepting ourselves fully, every time we keep it there in some space in time, in the future, we keep it at a distance from us. It's outside of us. This is what we've been doing. But all of these beautiful things, the joy, the peace, the love that we are looking for is inside of us, inside. And I think the biggest lie that we've been sold is that the love that we are looking for is in another person. We spend our whole lives thinking that we are incomplete, that we need this other half, our other half, to complete us. And that's not true. You are whole and you are complete, just as you are, with or without a partner, with or without children. You are the love that you are looking for. It took a really long time for me to get here. And the reason I woke up was because I'd spent my whole life waiting to become a mother. And I honestly believed that the day that my child came into my life, that my life would be a rainbow. I'd never be angry again. I'd never be upset again. This child was the love that I was waiting for, the love that I just couldn't seem to get from my partners. I mean, my partners love me and I love them. There's no doubt of that. But it wasn't the love. The love. There was still something missing. It wasn't the love that I was looking for, that I was yearning for. And we are told from so little with all these fairy tales that the love we are looking for is in a partner. And so we spend our whole life searching for that perfect partner, for that soulmate. And yet, even with my soulmates, so to speak, because I thought my first partner was my soulmate and that we would grow old together and that he was the one. And then that didn't work out. And now with my husband, I know he's my soulmate because I've seen his energy and it matches mine. And in the moment that I saw his energy, I received the information that he came here. He chose to be here, to be with me. He chose to come here, to have this lifetime with me, that we would be together. And so for 30 years, I've been with him and I just didn't know that he was the one until I saw his energy. As I said before, I've been seeing energies for the past few years and I've seen all sorts of beautiful energies, but none like mine. I saw mine and I saw this gorgeous golden energy. And I kept looking for it, hundreds and hundreds of Reiki sessions. And I'm like, they're white crushed diamonds, you know, different textures sometimes, but still this beautiful ethereal light, heavenly energy, you know, that you can feel the energy more than what I'm seeing visually. But mine was the only one that was golden. Until one day, you know, I just kept getting this nudge to do Reiki on my husband. And he doesn't believe in any of this, you know, but I sat down, I trusted that guidance. And as soon as I saw his golden energy, I knew. I saw his beautiful golden, his higher self come out in this golden energy. And I saw his hand, his higher self, it reached out. You know, he had his hand out like that. And from me, I could see my higher self coming out in her beautiful golden energy with her hand reached out, and they touched hands. And then they started spinning together as they were holding each other. It was just the most sublime, I think, experience I've had so far. And in that moment, I just felt the tears of love for this being that chose to be here with me, chose to come at the same time. When I said I was coming, he was like, yep, I'm in, I'll be there. And this knowing within myself in that moment when I was witnessing all of that, that I've never been alone. That even before I was born, he had already said yes to being here with me. And so, my beautiful beings, this is what your gorgeous spirit guides do as well. Before you even come in, you already have your team picked out of who will be assisting you on your journey. And that's all it is. They're assisting you on your journey. But this is your journey and nobody else's, not even your partner's. They have their own experience mapped out for them. I know because I observe my husband and his journey, and I observe my daughter and her journey. And they're different experiences, completely different to what I am experiencing. And sometimes those experiences overlap. You know, we've been away for a whole week on holiday, the three of us, and we had the most amazing time together, creating all these gorgeous memories with my daughter. And over that week, our experiences overlapped. You know, we were doing things together, experiencing things together. But from there to our day to day and, you know, what we go through and what we're doing, very, very different experiences. So, my beautiful beings, what you can take away from this gorgeous video is that even if you don't believe in spirit guides, they are always there. Your soul had already chosen its team. And they're always there, guiding, assisting. They know your path. They're walking side by side with your soul. They know your path. They know what it is that you are meant to experience and what it is that you are not meant to experience. It's like this gorgeous energy that is in all things. This is what I call God or spirit or the universe or whatever it is that you want to name it. It is the energy that is in all things. It is in everything. It is in you, it is in me, in the sun, in the stars, in the trees, in the birds, in everything. Whether you believe in it or not, it gives you your breath in every moment. It gives you this life that you can know yourself more fully. So, my beautiful beings, in this video, we just want to give you peace of mind that whether you believe in something or not doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You know, it's like, I think of it like electricity. I flip the switch and the light comes on. But I don't get to see everything that is happening behind the scenes from when I flip that switch to when that light comes on. I just know it's there. And this is the same. Occasionally throughout the day, a light will come on here or there. Guidance from your beautiful spirit guides. Whether you believe in it or not, there will be signs throughout the day, or there'll be people. If it's important, they will send you people. Strangers, loved ones, doesn't matter who. And they pick very carefully that it will be someone that you'll pay attention. This information is important for you, for your journey. There is no way that you can miss what is meant for you, my beautiful beings. So we hope, we pray today that this gives you peace of mind. That you are where you are meant to be. And what you've gone through, what you've been through, you were meant to go through those experiences, to know what that's like, to have that knowledge, not the idea of it, not the concept, but the knowledge. Now I know because I've been through it. I know what that's like. I know how it feels. And this is what the soul is here to do. That's all it wants, is to know. What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? What does it look like? All of that. This is what the soul is doing, experiencing, observing through your human form. All these gorgeous experiences, taking notes, that it can understand itself more. And with each experience, it expands. Energetically, it expands, it expands, it expands. So, my beautiful beings, your communication with your beautiful spirit guides becomes clear, becomes more obvious the moment you believe or are open to the possibility that they exist. Otherwise, they just work behind the scenes, just like the electricity. It doesn't matter. You don't need to see everything that's going on behind the scenes from that moment that you flip that switch to the moment that the light comes on. You don't need to. The light will come on if it's meant to for you in that moment. The messages, the signs, the synchronicities that you receive, that's all them working behind the scenes alongside your beautiful soul. It's all spirit, making sure that you get exactly the experience that you mapped out before you came here. So we'll talk more in the next video, my beautiful beings. There's so much to talk about when it comes to this. We love you dearly. Click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And share these gorgeous videos. You don't know whose heart or whose life you might touch by sharing these. Who needs this message today? Thanks for being here. Bye for now.